Okay, on today's episode, it's a thug. Beware, it's apple mint, Mentha suaveolens. Hey, welcome to Plant It Where the Sun Don't Shine, a podcast for people looking for plant ideas that work well in shadier spots of the garden without relying on the much overused hosta. Do I hate hostas? No, not really, but I do like lots of other shade-loving plants and want to share some of them with you so you don't have to just rely on hostas when you're gardening in shadier locations. I'm Dr. Dennis. These are some of my favorites that you can plant where the sun don't shine. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today we are talking about apple mint, which is Mentha suaveolens. Um, I really love apple mint for a number of reasons. First of all, its color and its structure. So it has these leaves that almost appear woolly or fuzzy. The color is a grayish green. So it has that going for it. And of course, because it has a beautiful scent, so it has this apple hints to the smell of mint. So it's this combination of two unique smells together. Um, it is a mint, so it will spread rapidly and fill out a space if given the opportunity to do so. You can control it though. You can plant it in a pot that doesn't have a bottom to it. You can put up barriers, but what I like to do, and another option is just to put it in a spot where you want it to fill in an entire area. So just know that it sends out runners along the ground, and then those put down roots and then will form another plant. Um, it's great as a plant in the right spot, right? So like you just need to make sure that you have the space for it to fill out. As I said, sort of that light grayish green leaf that's sort of woolly or fuzzy looking, great smell to it. Probably grows about 18 to 24 inches in the right spot. It might get even taller if you give it the right place to grow. The first time I remember coming in contact with apple mint was at my former in-laws, and they had it in a really great spot along the side of their house, and it was just filling in this big patch, which was probably about 6 feet by 12 feet, and it filled in this area. Looked really great as a mass planting because it was in a shadier spot with this light green leaf, so it stood out. Um, if you plant it in a spot where you can brush up against it, you get the benefit of that smell, so that apple mint smell. You can use it the same way that you would use other mint. So, as a tea or a tincture, if you're into that sort of thing. It's hardy zones 5 through 9. Medium to wet soil is where it's happiest. So that medium soil is what it will thrive in. It's native to Western Europe, and yeah, I guess those are the key things. I just wanted to encourage folks to consider planting apple mint in a spot where it would be happiest in your garden, so you don't feel like it's taking over, but it's actually given the right conditions to fill in. Don't be afraid of mint. Get out there and plant it where the sun don't shine, because that's where it will do best. It will handle sunnier locations in the garden, but of course, that's not the focus of this podcast. So I will post some photos of apple mint that I've grown in my garden on the Instagram account associated with this podcast so that you can get a sense of it. So that's Planted Where the Sun Don't Shine on Instagram. And if you have any questions or any experiences planting mint or specifically apple mint, feel free to leave those comments, because I would love to hear from you about your experiences on mint being a thug or not in your garden. Thanks very much. Thanks for listening. Thanks also goes to Sherry Donegan, Jonathan Scott, and of course Ian Jefferson for brainstorming podcast name ideas with me. Credit goes to Sherry on that one. If you have thoughts or ideas you'd like to share, please email me at plantitwherethesundontshine@gmail.com. That's one word without the apostrophe. You can also follow the show on Instagram at plantitwherethesundontshine with Dr. Dennis. Hosting is provided by Spotify for podcasters. Until next time, thanks for listening. Go plant it where the sun don't shine.